If I go from one game mode to another, my PlayStation feels like it's too much for it and it tends to overheat. So I won't be able to do that no more. So this will be a practice mode session for you guys so that you guys can understand exactly every fundamental that I'm trying to preach to you. Because if you practice what you preach and you do it, you execute, I guarantee you Madden will be so much more of an enjoyable experience for you guys. I mean, just listen to me, you know? I ain't here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. And like I said, with that being said, you know, you can always donate to my Cash App. That will help me out. I'm struggling right now. But using this time to kind of contribute to the community. What's up, Abdul? Alright, so we're going to kind of get into it. I'm going to explain before we start getting deep into the dive. Rule number 1. Okay, I want you to write this down, jot it down, or just remember it, put it in your brain, implant it, whatever it is you gotta do. When you're playing assignment football, the closer to the ball you are on the line of scrimmage, the bigger you need to be. Okay? There's gap assignments, and then there's broken down into D-line text. Okay, so you have your guys on the line of scrimmage, which is your point of attack. Then you have your guys on the second level, and you have your guys on the third level. Now everyone's going to be, in their own regard, should be responsible for the run fits, you know, as long as the zones are short. So let's kind of get back into it. We'll start with the 3-4 odd. I'm going to teach you guys some stuff, okay? Now, cover 2, we're gonna go more into this cover 6 that I run, and I'm going to show you why it's such a good defense. See, the symmetric defenses, like if you just run like a Tampa 2, the benefit is it'll be able to run a stretch to either side, right? So if they run a stretch, you're in cover 2. Pull up your run fits. I think I'm going to run it like that. There we go. You want everybody to be in those run fits. Yeah, flipping the play. So if you don't flip the play, not everyone's going to be playing the run fit where you want it to be. Because see, what can happen here is 84 is going to block that inside gap, and you don't want that. So if you flip the play, you run it like that, you got that extra guy over there. Now the only thing you'd have to worry about, because he's the contained defender, is you would have to worry about him running a dive. That would be like the weakness right there. You just got to be mindful for that. So in situations like that, you would probably just bring this guy down, but do not put him so close where that pass rush symbol comes up. So if you want to play this cover 2 versus that, you're just going to set him right there. And then you're going to play that inside gap, force him outside to the contain. Okay? Now, if you run it the other way as is, just kind of look at your run fits, you know where your contain is. You could run it like this. And you're going to have to take on that block. Okay, so cover 2 is going to be your stretch defense. Now, not every offense, they're just going to be running stretch runs, stretch runs, stretch runs. Some offenses, let me kind of show you. Some offenses you might have a stretch, and then the other audibles that they might have might be halfback blast or, you know, halfback zone weak or something like that. So you're not necessarily going to be worried about a stretch to either side, especially with the way RPOs are in the game, because you can't flip the stretch in RPOs. Okay. So that's where these match principle defenses come into play. And I just want to kind of get you guys understanding that a little bit better so that we can kind of go into the teaching process, okay? So I'm just going to kind of show you. So let me pick a defense. So I'm going to show you the cover 6 versus these types of offenses. So if I'm running, let's say we're in the high form. is where I like to run the cover 6. Like I said, they got this RPO stretch, that duo alert and stretch, you know, and we know the cover 2 is going to play those stretch sides very good. So whenever you're running that cover 2, you want to make sure that that cloud flat is on the strong side. Whether it's cloud flat or soft squat, you want to make sure it's on the strong side of the offense, okay? If you're playing quarters and they drop back and they're not in that run fit, you know, you're going to have that tight end or that receiver basically blocking you downfield. You don't want that, okay? So always make sure that you flip the play to make sure that the soft squat or the cloud flat, whichever cover 6 you're in, is to the strong side of the offense. Now, I'm going to show you this. We're going to defend the stretch, and we're going to defend this backside run, this halfback blast from the same defense, okay? So make sure that you have your cloud flat over there, pull up your run fits, so everybody's in the run fit, okay? You're free to do whatever you want with this as your user, if you choose, or you could be the D-line user right here and just kind of help the contained defender out and force it further outside. So we'll do full force the play further outside with the shed. Sometimes, like I said, practice mode, Josh Jacobs is pretty good. Just got to kind of work with it a little bit. Sometimes I'll use Crosby over there, or sometimes in certain situations, you'll slide your D-line. Just want you guys to get a little bit better at understanding stuff like that. So we'll run the stretch again. I don't know why they put the auto flip shit in the game. No, it's just pointless. I don't use it. I suggest that you guys don't use it. Alright. So if I'm worried about him kicking it inside, sometimes you can slide your personnel. Oh, I'm on offense, my bad. Let's see how the safety and stuff comes in. Let me get 1 second. My noodles are cooking. I want to burn them. Alright, fellas. So I cook these bitches, no water, right? Let me tell you what I use. My ass gonna be on fire later on. So I like to buy these jalapenos by the jar. And I was like, fuck it, I want some Cajun noodles. So I just poured the jalapeno juice in with the noodles instead of adding water. And then went ahead and boiled it up. So my noodles, they don't have that white texture when they boil. They get that little yellow texture. Holy shit. Oh, these spicy. It's gonna be fun eating them. All right, but anyway, we flip sides again. because I got to be on defense. Hit that. All right. Bag into it. Now sometimes I will go to my D-line sub package so I can get Crosby there if I want a D-line user. I'll show you guys. When that flip. Like I said, saw squat, anytime you run this cover 6, that saw squat has to be on the strength of the formation. So I'm going to show you stopping the stretch. Now usually what I would do is I would go ahead and slide my D-line and my linebackers over. Okay. Or I might pinch the D-line in, but as you see right there, we didn't even get picked up in the blocking assignment. So it is very good versus the stretch. Like I said, I could slide them over even if I pinch my D-line or whatever. Everybody's covered in the stretch. You're not going to be able to run stretch versus cover 6. Okay. Now, like I was saying, is sometimes you might come out and these people, they use these formations where they'll have the stretch and they might not want to flip the stretch and they want to audible because you're stopping the stretch. You see, the cover 6 is going to help you, whereas the cover 2 isn't. You know, they might decide they want to go inside zone. And you know that that inside quarter on the backside is playing that A gap or B gap, either or, depending, because it's so deep. So it's the deeper you are, the more gaps you can play. You know, you play two gap from a deep read. You don't want to be playing like two gaps from the line of scrimmage. That's you shoot the wrong gap, you're fucked. You ain't got no help. All right, so here's the other run. Let's see if they don't run the stretch. You might want to show blitz. Now we know he needs to be right here. It's important. It's imperative that he's right there because he's going to help cover that gap. So what I might do, like I said, I might pinch the D-line and spread the linebackers. And your user should be able to just get right through there. Someone's going to get through their gap. Pinch the linebackers, spread the D-line, and you just check your run fit. See, you have your contain and you got help over there. So he wants to run this inside zone again. You got help. He's going to play his assignment. He's going to shed. He's going to get his assignment. Okay, so that's the beauty of playing cover 6. It's going to defend those inside zones as long as you know where the inside's going. You need to make sure that safety's playing that side. But at the same time, if you're worried about the stretch, you want to make sure that you're being able to defend the stretch as well. Every defense has its pros and cons and run fits. You just got to figure out what is beating you, what type of run people are using against you, and then you can kind of change your defense up to kind of play to the run fit assignment of that specific run. So like I said, I do like running the cover 6 because it protects me versus the stretch and the inside zone. Whereas symmetric defenses may only protect you versus, flip plays, a specific type of play. So that's something that you guys need to start understanding when you're doing your play call. Like a lot of you guys, for instance, might be using cover 4 drop. I'm just giving you an example of why, it may not be good. Like in those same concepts where people might be running a stretch or whatever, you just check your run fits. Okay, your safeties are in the run fits, but you have no run fits to the outside. You got a one-on-one on the outside right here. And if he gets picked up, you don't have no one in that gap assignment. Remember, you between the guards in the center is the A gaps. Okay, you got your B gaps between the tackles and the guards, Your C gaps is in between the tight ends and the tackles, and your D gaps are responsible for anything outside the tight end. Now, if you have a fullback over here, see where that fullback is? That means you're going to need a D gap and an E gap over there on that side of the field to defend that. Okay? And if you do not have a D gap and an E gap defender, you're going to be in trouble. They're going to win the blocking, and basically you can tell yourself that without needing the hat count on the field for you, where it shows you which side is green and which side is red, without needing that, as long as you know how to count those gaps and make sure everything is defended, you know, you need to make sure that you make your adjustments. So like in situations like this, I know that I'm going to need to slide my linebackers and my defensive end to account for that, so that safety, instead of him being automated, I can now defend that D gap and that E gap. Now I know he's responsible for this gap, but because we slid those linebackers, this linebacker is technically responsible for this gap now. I guarantee you. Okay, so I know it doesn't show it in the run fits. He is. So that means as a user, now you have to play the stretch run to the outside. Okay, just teach y'all how to match up. It's more to it than just picking a formation and just rolling with it. Sometimes you got to slide guys. Sometimes you got to pinch guys. Sometimes you got to move guys around. As long as you match your personnel up, you know, everything should be defended. All right. But other than that, like I said, that's why I like running cover 6, because I don't necessarily have to do all of that versus, you know, people that just want to run stretch either side. You know, all I got to do is just flip the play. You know, if I'm confident that that's what they're doing, and I know that safety, because he plays so deep and he's in a run fit, that he can play the stretch to the outside. Okay, so it's just something that you guys might want to start incorporating to how you're playing defense. Now, the only time I'm ever going to come out in a 3-4 odd defense is basically pro sets. Okay, pro sets, I may come out in it in a tight set. May. Doesn't mean always. I may. Just if I feel like I can squeeze a blitz here or there and catch them, you know, trying to throw a little dink and dunk passes, I will come out in a tight set, because like I said, my 3-4 odd is set with 4 coverage linebackers. Okay, you do not want edge rushers at outside linebacker in the 3-4 odd, because there's going to be some defenses where they have to defend the flat. There's going to be certain defenses where they're going to have to drop and play curl flats, and edge rushers are not going to give you the best possible outcome in those situations to make a play on the ball, whereas jack linebackers or guys that can cover will, you know. So it's just something that you guys need to make sure that you understand. If you're having a problem setting up your depth chart for a 3-4, get at me. I don't mind helping you. All right, so let's kind of move on a little bit, because I haven't really been very fond completely of the bear or the cub yet. Reason being is there are some bugs in it still. One being that you get offensive linemen when you use your packages. Like, you get offensive players on the fucking line, like right here, D-line sub. I got a fullback, a tight end, and a wide receiver on the line. Like, I do not want that. Okay? Unless you're like dropping people into coverage, you just want to drop all them into coverage and blitz the linebacker. I mean, I got fucking Devontae Adams at outside linebacker. Like, why do I want to do that? You know, unless I just want to drop all 4 of them guys in the zone. And like I said, that's why I don't use the bear or the cub as much. I think the cub had a bug going on with it as well. I think it has a bug where the defensive tackle like backs up 5 yards and puts his hand in the dirt. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Okay, so that's really the only defense that I use is, as far as base personnel, it's going to be the 3-4 odd. Okay, so it's just something that you guys want to make sure and take note of. And then we'll go on to the next defense. All right. The next defense is going to be your 12 personnel. Now, 3-4 is your pro sets. By pro sets, I mean if you got like I forms and stuff like that, or if they have a situation where they got a guy that can block you and a guy in the backfield, you know, that's really where you want to use your 3-4 defenses. Okay, and like I said, if you have a blitz, sometimes you can use it versus gun tight. And if you don't know what process is, I'll just go ahead and tell you. Usually 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 21 personnel, if you ever heard that phrase before. Okay, so now we went over 21 personnel defense. Now I want to kind of get you guys into 12 personnel. Okay, 12 going to be 1 running back and 2 tight ends. Okay, 2 tight ends usually on the line of scrimmage. So what did I tell you about gap integrity? You want to be able to match energy with whatever's on the line of scrimmage, because you need to be able to attack at the point of attack. You need to be able to get after the run fits. Okay, so by doing that, we're going to come out in the 4-3-6-1 even versus any ace or any 12 personnel. Okay, you see 2 tight ends, you want to match up with them. Now remember what I said about setting up your jack linebackers. Okay, same thing as the 3-4. You do not want edge rushers on the outside, because there's going to be situations where these guys have to play man. There's going to be situations where these guys got to drop to the flats. There's going to be situations where they're going to have to do more than just rush the passer. And you want to make sure that you got your jack linebackers playing that assignment. Okay, so we're just going to kind of get into it. You can use any of the defenses in here. It really doesn't matter for the most part, because like I said, I'll use quarters versus like the inside zone. If they run outside, I got the Sam blitz. Or if I feel like they're just trying to, if I want to play max run fits, I could use the cover 1 blitz. But the cover 1 blitz, I'm going to tell you, if you're playing run defense from a cover 1, here's the thing. Everyone's responsible for a gap. Okay, and if you do not have a guy that is good enough to win his gap, to win at the point of attack, then you're going to have a situation where that safety is going to have to play 2 gaps and help in the run fits. And here's the situation here. If you miss that tackle, you're going to give up a big run. But if you make that tackle, you're going to get them for a loss. So it's got pros and cons that you guys could consider depending on what team you're using or how you're building your team. If you're playing MUT or franchise, like you got a good team, good defense, everybody's good, you can probably run cover 1, and that could be a solid run defense for you guys, because you're not going to give up anything, because everybody's going to be able to attack and do what they're supposed to. I'm just going to give you an example of the do's and don'ts. So we'll just run like a ace slot. For instance, let's say we're running die, right? So you check your run fits, pull up the run fit meter. So what happens here is, notice how we got a 2 gap over there on the defensive end on the other side. Okay, so when you don't want that guy playing 2 gap, sometimes you might have to slide him over and then play the 2 gap with the safety over here. You don't want to everyone shoot that same gap that looks open. I see a lot of people doing that. You want to give help where it's needed. Okay, so if you know the AI has a 2 gap assignment and he may not be the best at his position where he takes the right assignment, you need to take the gap that he doesn't go. Okay, so if he goes inside in cover 1, my user, I'm responsible for that side. If he goes outside, my user is responsible to cut inside. Okay, so that's really what you want to make sure that you're doing. Always pull up your run fits if you don't know. If you don't know what run fits are, hit that left trigger back button, hold down box. Okay, it's going to bring up your run fits so that you can look and see where your run fits are, see where your guys are doing, so that you can kind of play defense correctly. Okay, so like I said, I'm paying attention to 91, not where the run is going. 91 is going to tell me where to go. He's going to tell me to go inside. See how he went outside? Obviously, Jacob's going to break tackles, but we're not here to discuss that right now. But I want to show you how you play run defense. Okay. So the first thing I see is he sheds outside, right? He takes on the double team. See how I went inside? So everyone is responsible for a gap. Even if your guy doesn't make a play, your job is to take on that block and seal that cutback lane off. Even if you get pancaked. Because what you're doing is you're creating leverage for your next guy to come through. And like I said, if he misses that tackle and you don't have other help, sometimes, the guy might break a tackle and end up going for a touchdown. So if you don't have the highest overall or the best, defenders on defense that can't shed blocks, Cover one blitzing may not be for you. It's a very good run defense, don't get me wrong, but it's really more dependent on the strength of your defense. Okay, so if you got weak guys on defense, cover one may not be the most ideal situation because, like I said, you can make tackles for a loss in it, whereas other defenses you may not be able to. You might get them for short gains, but at the same time, the negatives is you can give up big gains if you miss your tackle. Okay, so that's going to be your cover one ideal, unless you want to play like a cover one hole or something like that. Let's see. Go more into it. Go back into the 4-3-6-1. Now, usually, like I said, I will use my D-line sub package because of how I have my defense set up. That should give me one edge. It should give me three techs because I do not need a nose in here because there's no one lined up directly across from the center. So when you're running a 4-3, you do not use a nose defense, a nose tackle. There's no need. Okay, when you run a 3-4, you need a nose tackle because he's going to be responsible for that A gap by himself. He's going to take the center and the guard on. In a 4-3, you want to set your defense up to where you have three techs because, like I said, your edge is going to be on the defender, which is going to be your Leo defender on the backside, and then you're going to have your Sam defender on the strong side. Okay. So now we'll just kind of show you. Yeah, I'm showing you guys. I'm showing you. So now I'm going to show you if you're playing like cover one hole. Okay. Remember, you're only going to call the 4-3-6-1 if they come out in any of these ace slot, wing pairs. You could do it versus trips, but that really depends on if you're going to use jack linebackers or not. If you don't have a jack linebacker out there, then don't do it. Okay? Because he needs to be able to defend that tight end in case they run play action or pass. You could probably do it against wing pair. It'll come out, it'll probably look a little glitchy versus these three tight end sets. So usually three tight end sets, I'll run like the nickel 3-3-5 because I don't want my D line, glitching out. I should actually show you this as well because a lot of people will run this against you in regs, and the reason why they run it against you is because it gives your D line weird alignments. Okay, because they have to respect the integrity because of where those tight ends are aligned on the line of scrimmage. Okay, so if I come out in that, see how my defense looks? Okay, keep in mind, the five guys, let me get on my guy right here, so right. The five guys on the line are right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tell me why I got two defensive ends right outside the tackle. That's not a good look. But they have to be there because they're responsible for those gaps. Okay, but that can be a problem because now you got five guys right here, and then you only got 4 defenders here. So they're gonna come out in here and they're gonna try to run the ball on you because they think that we're gonna glitch his defense out because he's not gonna match up. We feel like this formation is just gonna bug you out. Let me teach you something, fellas. They come out like that, I'm telling you right now, make sure you got this 3-3 odd in your defense. Now, the only thing I do in my 3-3 odd, I treat it like my 3-4. What is that outside guy got to be? He's got to be a jack linebacker. So you go ahead and sub him out, put your jack linebacker in. Okay, so we got 3 defensive ends, 3 linebackers. You got to set up like a 3-3, and we got this shit ran like it's supposed to. Okay, so I can run the cover one if I got one. Got a cover one blitz, and they want to come out in that glitchy offense, want to run that wing pair on me. I got something for you, bro. So we'll do the inside zone first. Okay. Now I'm not worried about how they're aligned right now. The reason why is because if he runs at anything outside over here, I got it by myself. I'm not giving him those inside gaps. Okay. So my alignment is a little bit better, and I don't have my edge rushers like out here. I've got DBs and my jack linebacker out here. So I don't have to worry about that now. Now, all I said, like with my user, all I got to do is just play this outside gap. And then I know the inside is going to be there. They're going to cover that. You're not going to be able to glitch my defense out. I'm going to match my personnel with what you got on the field, and I'm going to play football. Now, like I said, you can probably pinch your linebackers in. That way you don't give it up as much. And you just come outside. they're gonna trip up. Something's gonna happen. They're gonna trip up. Okay? But usually, like I said, I don't run that cover one blitz because my team doesn't necessarily have the best shedders on the line. You know, outside of Crosby, I don't have that. So I won't really run the cover one blitz a lot. I'll normally come out and I'll trust my instinct with the cover six. Okay? So like I said, if I'm worried about them coming out in this formation, you will see me run a lot of cover six versus it. So now I'm also going to teach you something here. When I'm in this formation and I play cover six, you notice how my quarter flat's over here? That's fine. Okay? If they do any motion, the only thing you're going to have to do instead of double base align is double man align. Okay? And that quarter flat will take whatever motions over to the other side, and you're going to be okay. All right? So that's the only thing that I want you to understand when playing this defense. Okay? And like I said, I know for a fact that this safety over here, check your run fits, he's going to be responsible for that quarter. So sometimes if I'm going up against this formation, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop him and then I'm going to immediately get on this safety over here. Okay? I know in the pass assignment that quarter is still going to play and match up with what he's supposed to do assignment-wise, but it's also going to allow me to play for any play actions or crossers if he decides he wants to try anything over the top. Now, as far as defense goes, I know everything's covered in the run fits, and if he motions one of those tight ends over, I do know that I have that option to double man align to get that quarter flat to drop to wherever his guy is motioning to, so that run fit is covered as well. Okay, so that's just something that you might want to do versus these type of formations. See, look, boom, double man align, he follows him over, every run fit is covered. So that's how you're going to defend those type of formations. When these people want to try to glitch you out, come out in these little buggy offenses, I got you, man. Need noodles spicy too? If you just joined the channel, hey, cook some noodles. I didn't put water in them. Y'all been watching me enough, y'all know I like to eat jalapenos out of the jar. So I have some jalapeno juice. And I cook my noodles and them bitches spicy. But back to more teaching, man. Let's get into the next defense. I'm going over the entire playbook, so don't leave. I'm going to teach you guys this entire defensive playbook. So if you want to cash out me and help me out, I appreciate it. But, you know, I want to teach you this stuff, okay? All right, so if I'm dealing with split personnel, usually you'll see me come out in big nickel. That's really the only time I want you guys to come out in big nickel. Anytime you see 20 personnel, split formations, I know the Raiders playbook doesn't have any split formations, so I'm not going to be able to just use it. But if you see me in a game, I'm often coming out in big nickel over G versus split back formations, okay? Usually my go-to defense versus split backs is either going to be palms, because most of the time they're running those inside zones, and I know those inside quarters will be responsible to help fill in those gaps. Or I'm going to run like a cover six trap or something in palms. You can run it versus trips, and if I'm running it versus trips, really the main go-tos is going to be the cover. It's either cover six invert, or cover six trap. And if I'm running it versus anyone that runs trips with verticals, I'm going to use palms or quarters. And if I'm using it basically versus people that audible out and try to go spread formations, I will audible down to just the regular cover two. Okay, so that's pretty much big nickel in a nutshell. It doesn't have a lot of plays, but it does have a lot of match defenses. If I'm dealing with like bunch tight end, you know, I might experiment and try some stuff like the corner blitz is good. But your benefits of the big nickel over G is the cover six and the cover nine concepts. Okay, so I just wanted to go ahead and point that out to you guys. The only adjustment you have to do versus split back personnel is just pinch the D line. Okay, you can get creative sometimes with the safety, and you can pinch the D-line, bring the safety over the top, and then just shoot right down where a nose tackle should be. You should be able to get into the backfield doing that. Don't like rely on it consistently. You know, it's just something, an option you can do versus the run. But like I said, I don't necessarily need to get into it because it's pretty much straightforward. Okay, only use the big nickel over G if you see split back sets, shotgun split backs. Okay, you see split close or something like that. Kind of get more into it. You'll see me use a lot of 3-3 odd, like I was showing you earlier, versus the single back. When you come up against these people that use these glitchy formations, that 3-3 odds are very good. It is very good versus trips. Like, it's been my go-to trips defense lately. Like I said, the only adjustment you'll have to do in this 3-3 odd is just sub in a jack linebacker on the outside. Okay. Optionally, you could put, you know, a secondary edge rusher right here and run it like that, but I just like to keep a big guy there just in case they go single back or something like that. But like I said, I'll probably get more into this formation. It's got some good blitzes in it, especially when people are not expecting them. Okay. Trying to show you some more. You could also use the 3-3 cub versus those single back formations. I'm gonna kind of show you. Usually, like I said, it doesn't have a cover 6, but it does have a cover 4 show 2, which is match quarters. Okay, it's not a drop shell defense, and I've seen a lot of people use this thinking it's a drop shell. It's not a drop shell. It's the same thing as that 4-3-6-1 that I was using with the drop quarters, with the quarters. Only thing is, when you pick this, it looks like a cover 2. And the reason why it looks like a cover 2, people see cover 2, they're not going to run to the outside. They're not going to run stretch runs. They're going to think they can run inside. Well, because it's a quarters match, those two inside quarters, they're responsible for the inside run fits. So it's great to have this guy's defenses already, you know, in your defense, so that you can kind of manipulate people to run what you want them to run. Okay, so let me kind of show you real quick. Give you a couple of examples. They want to come out and run this single back wide trips or something. Let's say they run that zone. So again, just like my 3-3 odd, notice my D line is basically covering on the D line, and I don't have them bugged out over here defending these tight ends. Okay, that's why matching personnel is very important, fellas. Okay, you don't want to bug your defense out. You damn sure don't want to give up either one of these two gaps right here, because your guys got to slide out to defend these guys. Okay, you don't got to worry about them. Those are 3 tight ends. They're more of a threat to me receiving and catching the ball than they are run blocking. Okay, so like I said, you run this quarters. Safety is responsible for it, but you're not. So you got to bring him down. If you don't bring him down, I guess it bugged him out. But you got to bring him down so he's responsible for that quarter assignment. Like I said, he's going to wait. He's going to play that run fit so that someone can shed. That's the beauty about knowing how to play defense, man. I'm telling you. See if I don't move him. See, sometimes you got to play with it. Sometimes you hold your run fits down to make sure that they're going to play that run fit. But sometimes you might have to drop them down 5 yards if they're playing too deep. If dropping them down as a user isn't going to help you, show blitz. Okay, I'm going to show you again. If you know how quarters works, you know he's the contain, and he's not playing that fit, show blitz. Oh, he's still not playing. Buggy. All right, see, now you got to move. Sometimes you got to move him to make sure he plays that run fit. And there he goes. He plays the run fit. Now, like I said, I don't have Jonathan Abram no more, so he's not necessarily just going to come out there and hit him with that oomph. But, you know, make sure you guys understand. how to defend certain runs. Remember, clouds and soft spots are for stretch runs. Inside quarters are for like those zone weeks, inside zones, any B gap runs, BC gap runs. Cover 3, let's get into it. Hopefully this will expand y'all play calling so that you aren't caught in situations where you're just running the same defense over and over and over. Please don't do that. So we're just going to pick a run. First thing you want to do, bring up those run fits. Okay, so this is actually very good versus, this is just like cover 6. Okay, I like running cover 3 and cover 6 as run defenses because they'll cover the same fits and they do them pretty good. And you don't have to bring that safety down. Let that safety stay where he's at. Don't try to do too much. You bring that safety down. There's too often too much. When you play cover 3 and you bring that safety down, you're going to give up a play action for a 1-play touchdown. Don't do that. Okay? Let everybody play their run fits, and I guarantee you, you're going to be okay. All right? So you got your 3/3 on the field. So the only thing that you're really going to have to do is, first thing, you look at the play. Look at how the D-line is shifting. Okay, one of the things that I like to do versus pro sets is I might not want to move my defensive ends. I might just want to move my defensive tackle, but I don't want to use the defensive tackle for him to stay where he's supposed to be. Because see, if I move him and I click off, notice how he slides back, right? I don't want that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the linebackers and I'm going to spread the D-line. Notice how we moved him and we ain't got to worry about him no more. Okay, so that's going to be your setup for run fits. You definitely got to have everybody there. I made a mistake. I went through the wrong gap, but as long as you guys understand, pinch the linebackers first, then spread your D-line out, and the only person that should move is that defensive tackle, and he's not going to have nowhere to go. So that's basically, like I said, just like cover 6, you're going to take that away. The only difference is between the cover 3 and the cover 6 is the cover 6, that corner on the outside is responsible for that run fit, and the cover 3, that safety on the outside is responsible for that run fit. That's the only difference, okay? So again, just pinch your D-line, pinch your linebacker, spread your D-line, and then just come through that gap, kind of take it away. You can click on and dive if he tries to kick it outside. So one more time, pinch linebackers, spread D-line. You're responsible for this B gap. You're going to shoot this B gap because that nose tackle is going to get the double team. So that's going to be your run fit defense, okay? I'm telling you guys, man, you'll never buy an ebook again, bro, after I'm done with you. Y'all know everything. Last thing that I want to kind of go over is the dime defense, okay? It's like, only time you're going to run dime defense, whether it be dime, dollar, some teams may be quarters, is versus spread sets. And the reason why I say this, because if you come out in a 3-4 versus a spread set, I know you're going to have linebackers covering slot receivers to both sides. That's number one. That's a no-no. You don't want to be spread out. So let me show you how to run the dime defense. Bear with me, these jalapeno juice is icy. All right, usually I'll start off with a cover 2, unless I know they're in a situation where they have to go deep, then I'll do the cover 4 drop defense or the cover 6 or the cover 3 lock. But usually, like if I know they're just going short, it's Tampa 2, cover 2 single, or it's going to be the Okie roll 2. Start with Okie roll. And go up against any type of spread. We'll probably have to do it versus doubles because I don't think they got a spread. Doubles wide flex. And teach these run fits. All right. This is an inside zone, and I know my run fits is to the outside. So you just want to pull up, see where your run fits are, see who's defending what. Okay. So we know he's not going to be able to kick it back, kick it to the outside because everybody on that left side is going to seal those run fits. Okay, so we know because of that, we know that he's going to try to cut it back. So you're going to be on this cutback defender right here. And you're going to play that last gap. Try not to get blocked. Sometimes you might want to move him a little bit so he doesn't get blocked. Last thing you want to do is get blocked in the back and then be like, well, that's pretty much what you're going to do, slow the run down. You're not necessarily going to stop it because, like I said, you still got to defend the pass. Now, sometimes if that isn't working for me, I might take this guy and move him, or I might take that safety and move him and let him play over here and help. And then play those gaps like that. See there? So you'll see me do that a lot when they come out in these spread sets. Remember, when I go up against spread sets, I'm abusing it. Because no one is doing this to stop it, okay? So this is how you stop them spread sets, especially if they want to run from it. You're going to box them up, okay? They're going to get out of that tendency because they're going to eventually get tired of getting those 2-yard, 1-yard, 2-yard runs because you're stopping. Like I said, I can move this safety over here and do the same thing. This is how you run the cover too. Now, if they pass it, look at her, just box it. If they pass the ball, because you don't want to just be, oh, I'm just here to stop the run, and then you get in situations where you start run committing and shit. You don't want that. You want to play gap assignment. Everybody's responsible for their own zone integrity. So I'm going to show you how to play the pass defense from it. Same thing. I like this versus like RPOs and shit as well. Alright, so they do the RPO. Usually I'll just take this guy, move him over here, and I'm going to play the pass first and force him to run. Bam. That's how you stop that shit now. And you don't see nobody playing defense like that versus spread set. Nobody. That's how you're supposed to play. Match personnel, guys. Again, just take this guy, move him over because you know he's going to be blocking on one side. You don't want to get blocked. Just go, boom, shoot gaps. I didn't get it that time, but you've seen we were in the backfield. So like I said, my D-line isn't necessarily in perfect shape. I don't have Jonathan Abrams still, but we still try to play good defense with what we have. We got to improvise. Like I said, just sit over here versus the RPO. This is how you stop the RPOs. Look, boom. See how that gap lane, it becomes a 2-gap read for my user. And I can shoot either one of them. Look. Just move them just over here just like this. Now I like this. I'm going to show you why I like this too. Because it's covered 2, I know you're not going to hit those out routes. Watch this. You know that play action play that I like? I won't throw it if there's any type of flat route on the field that's outside the numbers. Like you're in like a cloud flat, soft squad, it's going to be a little bit tougher to throw that. So usually I'll try to get you out of it. I might talk you out of your game, and I might just switch to the run because I know I'm not going to throw something if I know it ain't over, right? I run a timing offense and I'm using a 59 overall quarterback. I'm not going to play stupid, okay? But most of the people that you match up with in Regs or whether you play in this generation, they're stupid. I hate saying that, but they are. Like they'll stay in the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, thinking that eventually what they're doing is going to work when they don't pay attention to what's going on, man. So we're going to do it again this time. Find a play. Also, very important because I do use auto flip. I turn auto flip off. Make sure that your blitz is coming from the side where the running back gets the handoff. going towards. You want to make sure the blitz is coming out in front of him, not from behind him. All right, so now if I'm throwing it, I'm looking for square. Now, if I run this defense like this, I'm going to show you what I'm looking for just to defend the deep post. I'm going to switch off to 84. Okay, watch this. See, we switch off, we take 84. And you're not throwing those flats because see how tight that was? So I told you, man, you can play good defense from any zone as long as you know what you have on the field can defend everything in that formation. Okay, that's where you ultimately want to be. So like I see him running play action, we take off, we dip, we go to the mid-third. He ain't got nowhere. Look, everything's boxed. That's how you run defense versus spread sets. Okay. Like I said, feel free to cash at me, guys. My pocket's broke right now, but like I said, I'm trying to help you guys. And that was without pass committing. Now, if I pass commit, I'll probably get better sheds on the line. We just take that. Look, them flats are dangerous now. You know, obviously practice mode, you might get it here or there, but those flats are dangerous, especially in regs. Especially you try to throw those flats too much, you'll be in trouble. So like I said, this is how you run that Okie roll 2. Boom. Dip off to the third. Told you don't throw the bro. Oh man, he getting lucky as hell. He getting lucky as hell, bro. I don't know how he getting them. But you know how practice mode be trying to teach you sometimes. I don't know how I might try to press him, I don't know. I don't know how he getting them. But that's how, there we go. But that's how you're gonna defend everything in this formation from a cover 2 Okie roll. Okay? Let me prove it to you. I'm gonna go random play. Obviously, they'll probably just spam whatever play is the best. Usually that's how practice mode does you. But you should be able to defend everything in this formation, running the defense like this. Okay, so we'll just go doubles and go random play. All right, so the only thing you have to do, remember, I'm going to teach you another thing about alignment. Why it's safe for me to move this guy, okay? You're probably like, what you're doing? Why are you moving him? Okay, we're playing alignment football here, okay? And I want to show you what we're aligning, okay? Look at the flat zone defender over there. He's lined up with number 10, correct? Right. Look at my linebacker matched up with number 83, right? He also has over the top help with that safety, so we're good on that spot. Okay? You look at the left side, the weak side of the offense. I got 2 defenders. You got two defenders and 2 routes, okay? 17, got someone on, right? Look at the safety over the top on 84. We got help, okay? So I'm free. Now I know with my user being over here, look who's in front of him. He's got the running back in front of him, right? That's what I mean by match up your personnel. Everyone should be aligned with someone in front of them so that you guys aren't getting beat, okay? Too many times I see people come out in the wrong defense and try to run that 3-4 odd and blitz all their linebackers, and then you just don't have everybody matched up on the outside, and I can just hit those little dink and dunk routes. Okay? I'm trying to teach you guys how to play alignment football. I want you guys to be in the top 100. Okay? But again, I'm just kind of show you versus every random formation. He wants to run a screen. Boom. You defend the screen. Alignment football. As long as you align, you can defend your alignment. Just move him over here. Random plays. Pay attention to what's going on. You want to run that screen again? We can sit over there. He's not going to get a big chunk of yards as long as we pay attention to what's on the field. Okay? Do it again. Random formation. I don't know what the fuck they play. I don't know what their play call is. You want to run double slants. Not happening, buddy. Boxed. Simple, right? Can't make this shit up. Same thing. Same defense. Pay attention to 22. You want to run that screen again? Not happening. Same thing. Just move them over here, line them with the running back. I'm waiting for that play action play. You're not going to throw it. Dink and dunk. We got help over there. I mean, that's where I'm trying to get you guys at, where you can get good at your play call and know that whatever you have on the field is going to be able to defend what the offense has on the field. Whether it be run fits or defending the pass, you shouldn't be going to anyone else for help. I'm your guy. I'm going to help you. I'm going to make you better. And you're going to be playing the best non-meta defense in the game. And you're going to be playing correct fundamental football. And you're going to be able to win more games without stressing, you know, these meta offenses. These meta offenses don't touch my defense. Y'all seen it. I played plenty of games where people try to do these coverage beaters. What happens? You might get one or two here, you know, but I make an adjustment. I take my user and I cover whatever beats me. Wherever you're not sending routes, I know I have a free zone guy to user and bring over to where you're trying to beat me at. Okay? That's where I want you guys to have that integrity in your defense. Okay? Now that's pretty much the entire defensive playbook, bro. Now there's a couple of other things that I do, but that's the defense that wins you games. Now obviously there's other things that come into play, okay? Remember I was telling you, when people start motion hiking, you watch enough of my games, you see me intimidate people not to motion hike anymore, because I know if you motion hike, I can get a block check, okay? So having a mic helps too. Got to be able to talk some type of trash to people, kind of get them out of tendencies, see if you can scare them a little bit. But I do know if you motion hike against me, I'm going to get a block check. So I do like intimidating people. I say it once, I say it 1,000 times. Once you get people out of whatever it is they're comfortable doing, they got nothing else to go to. I also have PayPal too. I'm just saying. I just haven't been on PayPal in a while. These noodles are spicy.
Coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas.
Cowboys.
In a very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's get it.
Clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Put my packages on the field, so I ain't gotta do it later. So remember what I was telling you earlier.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Play up here.
Run again here with Pollard.
Still got it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back.
Yeah, see how we aligned up that time? There we go. That's what I want. So we kind of play with it a little bit. That's what I wanted right there.
Time to his left. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott.
We good. We good.
Work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice little nifty play for him.
Sometimes, like I say, you got to play between the cover 6 and the cover 3. One of them will line up a little bit better in certain situations.
I'm talking about PW's the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Flush to his right.
We got help over there. We got help over there. We play fucking defense. Gap assignment, baby. When you match personnel, you don't have to worry about the crossers and the shit like that. When have I ever got beat by a crosser? Never. That shit doesn't faze me. Gap integrity, man. Play fucking assignment football out here. Promise you, you'll see results immediately.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
This formation is so cheese, especially if they don't play that defense that I showed you in practice mode. If they don't play that defense, they're not going to stop it. That's the only way to stop it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd.
If you don't play exactly what I showed you, bro, you're not going to stop me.
They go play.
Let's watch this.
And on the left sideline,
come on, you got to catch that inbounds, Devontae.
Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a
He's 59 overall, so I don't expect all the throws to be perfect.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action with Stidham. He gives
got that one.
Adams. And he's going to be out.
You're going to stop spamming cover 3 against me, bro.
Takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
See what I see? Got to be able to defend everything, bro. Because now look at you getting blocked downfield. I ain't worried about getting hit right there. We're going to wear Parsons down.
2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham.
You're not going to stop it, bro.
He hits Adams complete.
I'm going to get you out of that defense. Stop spamming cover 3. Told you, what did I get done telling y'all? People will keep running shit even if it isn't working. Like, they don't make no changes.
It's Stidham.
Still get dotted up. But you get into people's mindset, you get into their heads. You get them to play your game. That's where you want to be. Get them out of their game. Get them out of their comfort zone. And then you can just have them all calling all kind of plays that they're not used to running.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to the running game.
There you go. Boom, boom.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Love when they base a line.
Down there. All right, they know what they're doing because
makes it easier for me.
Running plan 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
Tried to get the RPO pass. They wouldn't let me.
So after the
We good. We good.
Here they get him behind the line. Instead
See if I
of
can
going
get the.
for it on fourth.
Devontae, come on, bro.
And they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
I had that too.
They'll have a tough time living that one down.
It's fine. We play defense.
To drop a pass, it's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit.
Thank you. I told you we play defense.
Throw there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone. And in a
Double my user all you want, bro. I know the guys behind me are going to do what I asked them to do.
With a lot of field behind them, get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them.
Like I said, that's where you want your defense to be, man.
Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. No score after one on EA Sports. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Stidham.
Dot.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Get him to play exactly what I want him to play.
From 17 yards out. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some.
Thanks for pre-snap moving them guys. I needed that.
Feeling out process. I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good.
Can't shoot gaps against this defense, this offense, bro.
So now,
Got to play gap assignment, align your guys. You try to shoot gaps, you're gonna give me a touchdown. That's how you stop that turbo blitzing, bro.
And off it goes.
This shit's not gonna work. You gotta play gap assignment.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
It's a chess match out here, not oh, I'm gonna blitz you and I'm gonna shoot this gap. No, that shit not gonna work against me. All right, remember I came out in a formation. I seen something that I like. We're gonna come back out in it because I like it. We're gonna use it.
This next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I'll bring him over. We good.
Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here.
Gap assignment. Come on. It's fine. As long as he was there, I ain't mad at him. I know he's not the best, but as long as they there, I'm not mad at him. Someone else gonna get to him.
Confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Shoot gaps, baby.
Up the middle for 3, and it's second.
A lot of people run no
The
hook.
last
Like
run
why?
got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
There we go. That's what I wanted right there.
Touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And
he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Make them earn every yard, fellas.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 29.
Your offense is boring, bro.
5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Scared to throw it? Scared to attack me like I attacked you? You want me to insult you like that, bro?
Here on the drive, it's 3rd and a yard.
The defense.
And Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert on
do better than that, bro.
yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
That's the best you got, bro?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a give here to Pollard.
Look out. Easy get his, be good.
A yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Run for Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
See how hard it is to move the ball against my defense?
30 seconds to go.
Force them to have to drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Not going to be able to gash you.
Now here's Pollard, and he will take it
Fine.
in for a Cowboy score.
Give me plenty of time to move the ball down the field.
Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys
And I get ball at halftime.
on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the 1st half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here
Yeah, it
rather
is,
than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time.
Too easy.
Oh, it'll be intercepted.
Faded.
Most teams do in their 2-point attempt. They pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
That's what you want out of your defense,
Touchdown.
man.
Here's Marr to kick it away.
Because eventually he's going to get tired of getting nothing. He's going to want to take a shot. You get a 2-possession lead, I guarantee you the shots are going to start coming.
To the 25.
And that's what you want, man. That defense, once them shots starts coming, bro, them turnovers are going to come.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Scan
And
the
we'll see
field.
how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left.
We go after that bum cornerback he has over there.
To try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Stidham off play action.
Put that bomb on him. You're not gonna move him.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Here's Stidham.
Oh, come on, bro. Oh, yes. PI. I made the right read. I made the right read. I was wondering why. I was like, man, that man was supposed to catch that.
Now Stidham on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Stidham. A pass complete downfield to Renfrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
See, he's playing scared.
Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis.
He's going to give me what I want. Once I see you trying to user a guy away from his position to defend anything deep, I know I got it in your head. So I try to teach you guys also defensively, play your fucking assignment.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner.
Play your assignment, you're going to be all right.
Giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On first down, Stidham.
Oh, throw that away, throw it away, throw it away.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Stidham's
Get that bomb off him, bro.
Adams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stidham.
Didn't I tell you to get that bomb off him?
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there.
Get that bomb off him, please.
You need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Bro, you got some bum-ass DBs.
Stidham's throw complete to Hollins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You might actually do something if you stop playing scared.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic.
I mean, it's not about shooting gaps, bro.
The same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking.
Just play gap integrity.
Different plays, but stay with the overall essence.
So you shoot gaps, you're gonna be like this guy shooting the wrong gap. This guy's lost. He don't know what to play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's White.
What happened when you try to shoot gaps, bro?
And he's going to press this one forward.
I create new gaps.
Right around the one. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him.
Play the right defense and match personnel, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it with Jacobs.
2-possession game.
Touchdown, Raiders.
I'm trying to teach you why not to shoot gaps and why not to run, you know, certain defenses versus certain sets. And the only way to stop the spread set is the defense that I showed you before I played this game. That's the only way. If you don't run that defense, then you're not going to stop it.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
They'll try and run it here.
Look at her.
And he finds his way.
That's why I don't worry, because I know he's going to miss. Because here's the thing, he's hitting turbo. The thing is, when you hit turbo, you remove your change of direction. That's why you miss those tackles. So you try to benefit the perk of getting in the backfield at the sacrifice of getting the correct angle. So that's why I don't mind if he shoots the gap versus that play, because I know he's not going to have a high percentage of hitting me while holding turbo.
Fielded right around the 8.
Sometimes just knowing and trusting things, even though it seems risky, just trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I take a lot of risk. Y'all seen some of the throws I make when I do throw the ball. But I trust it. And I trust it how everything works and how everything's designed that is going to work.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go
Gap assignments
and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 31.
That's mine.
Prescott.
He's mine. Say, throw that crosser. Come on, throw that crosser. Throw that crosser.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Exactly.
Good coverage downfield led to
See, I didn't even need to use the crosser. Y'all seen that?
down on a 13-yard run.
You play the right defense, you ain't got to worry about that shit. Everybody's aligned. You see all my guys? Everybody's aligned.
Prescott down.
Everything's aligned.
Buy some time
Come on, throw that crosser. Come on, throw that crosser.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
See how he won't throw that crosser? Because he know it ain't there.
As time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
See, everything's aligned.
Sports. They'll try to throw now.
Come on, give me that slant. 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 See? You can't run those little YouTube coverage beaters against my defense. I play gap assignments. Everything's going to match up. We're going to be in the right spot, and you're not going to be able to hit me with that cheese. Look at that.
Come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Play assignment football, matchup personnel, I guarantee you, bro, you'll see a difference immediately. You start playing defense like I do. Sometimes you might have to make shifts here or there, but it's fine. Because we know we're defending this streak. You're not throwing that streak. Everything's matched up.
And they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football.
That only drive that he scored is the only way he's going to score against me. That's the only way I'm going to allow you to score. You're going to have to be patient, and you're going to have to put a drive together and see. Once I get that 2-possession lead playing like this, you're not going to beat me like that. Because you got to score fast. You don't score fast, you're going to be in trouble.
On 1st and 10.
Like I said, I score fast.
Looking deep for Adams.
He got that one. I didn't think he would be on it. But it's all good. It was there. I probably just should have took the dig.
With that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest.
Sometimes you got to take your shots.
And in the old days,
Just to let him know you ain't scared. This dude, he's scared. He's not taking no shots.
The way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful.
But they always said, man, scared money don't make money.
Next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points.
Scared money don't make money, bro.
Down 2 scores. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down and 4.
Give me that crosser.
Prescott. Man open, that's complete
No.
to Dalton Schultz.
Bam.
On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They want to do that. That's how you counter that.
First down, Prescott.
Give me that. Give it. Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard.
Notice everything's contested, bro. Everything I teach you is right.
2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it.
Quick hiking ain't gonna work, bro. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. I want you to throw it to him.
And down he goes.
See, I told you, you're not gonna have no shot plays.
Right around the 41-yard line.
Thanks for flipping the play. Now I can block shit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to
Everything
throw.
covered. Give me that. That's fine. That's fine.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
Somebody's gonna hit him.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
There we go. Give me them timeouts.
First down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
It's fine.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
Oh, there goes the 2-minute warning.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Actually, I will play a big nickel right here.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Prescott.
He's fine.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy.
He can't stop my offense for real.
Dak Prescott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again.
Might as well. Smart man takes his points. Kicks it 3, makes it a 1-possession game.
You got a 1-score game now.
Dumb man goes for 2.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming
Too
up.
risky.
It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your reapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that.
Fine. Well, we got someone there. We good.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful.
He has 2 timeouts.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
So much easier playing with a lead, man.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
I'm going to take them timeouts from him and call it a game. All I need is like 1 or 2 first downs. Maybe 1.
Offense set to get this drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll run with White.
There's one of my first downs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Stidham.
You're not going to cover. Take that bummer DB off now, bro.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 1st down, here's White. And he'll take this down to the 33. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
Watch this.
Apology on that one, huh?
Once I hit 40 seconds, bro, it's game. It's game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They keep it on the ground. White again. The Cowboys.
You can't stop it, bro.
3rd and final. On 3rd down, a run from White.
Just going to drop the controller. GG's, bro. That's how y'all need to start playing from now on. Stop trying to run the score up. Once you win, that's it. Get out with a win. Because the game is not going to let you. I had too many scenarios I try to run the score up in these situations. Learning experiences. You try to score, try to throw another more points on the board. Then you end up throwing a pick 6 and you're like, wow. Not no more. Got to train yourselves. Once you win, that's it.
Just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to be...
Do it again. Play good defense, man. You'll never have to worry about anything. I'm telling you. Stop with that one play spamming, bro. Match your personnel with the right defense on the field. That's why like guys like Black Rain would never beat me, straight up. And I mean that. But he don't want to play me, bro. We'll probably never get that chance to see that happen. But I know I'm gonna catch him slip one of these days. Everybody slips at one point. Man, it was spicy. I did finish it all. Damn.
Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Same thing, man. Nothing changes. But the formations.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have
we're at a timeout a little early, aren't you?
Here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Stidham. That's to a man who's used to catching passes in the green and gold, Devontae Adams. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now it's Stidham. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Gonna stop spamming cover 3, bro.
Today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Slot man moves right. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. They find some open.
Love when they come out and double leg out.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Vegas. 49 yards on the
There you
ground.
come out and that shit again, bro.
Down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he
Don't worry
goes.
about it. You can't get it all the time.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
That's what happens when you try to shoot gaps against an RPO, dumbass.
Darren Waller from 8 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Make him think that what he's doing is working. He's got to be able to defend that second option, and that double leg gap's not going to give it to him.
Now they send him
You go ahead and pass it since he's going to shoot that gap. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. It means he's holding turbo. It's going to hurt his change of direction, though.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's see what I do, man. Put my guy in.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 72 yards. And the Packers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys
Good hit.
as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 8-6 the score after 1. To throw is Stidham. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
They go with Jacobs, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Stidham. That's into the crowd and intercepted.
Game.
Adrian Amos with a pick. 20, 10. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Jones will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Jones again, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks
will not let me
offensive line collects victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Answer the call like we Batman.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time.
Let me get out of that double A gap, bro.
Down the field looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. And nothing but green grass here.
Let me get out of that double A gap.
And he will score. Touchdown,
I'll make you.
Las Vegas. Darren Waller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
And get out of that double A gap, bitch.
They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point
I haven't opened the playbook up yet. I just wanted to see what you were going to do.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3.
Play run fist over here, bitch.
1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his
Where
right.
you going?
And that is incomplete.
We match up our personnel over here, bro.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On play action. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones.
3 shots.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
They are run fist, bitch.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
Play run fits, bro.
That's a nice job doing defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before you could get much out of it.
Waiting for you to come out in a split. Gun.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers.
Find that split gun again.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now it's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will make it into the end zone. He's in for 2 points. And how about that for a turnaround prior to halftime? Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Stidham sets to throw on 1st. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
Ooh, good hit.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Touchdown, Packers! A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they've got 2 for 2.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical spread?
Better than that.
A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. It's complete to Cole.
Get out of that double A gap.
He'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll
He's gonna get hit with that shit all game.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing.
But look at there, he ain't match personnel. Y'all see that? See where that corner is? About to expose him. Watch this.
Now it's Stidham.
Instead of gonna make that throw.
But it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Stidham going back to the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It looks like
stop spamming, bro. It's not working.
Not quite enough.
See, I make adjustments.
3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA.
Stop spamming, bitch.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown.
Making this too easy for real.
Darren Waller, 60 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just
double A gap's not going to work, bro. Get out of it.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And Watson has it right side. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Good deal.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go
when all else fails, man, big nickel over G come through.
And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Always go back to it in a clutch.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Stidham.
That should be a flag.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means...
Supposed to have gotten it first time.
Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 32 yards.
I may be down, but I'm never out, man.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs.
Bro, he was across the plane.
And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Rodgers throws.
What the fuck was that?
Down the left sideline.
I went for a conservative tackle and they took my user completely out of the play.
Here are the closing stages. What an outstanding.
He literally just
there to take the
whatever.
lead, and also Charles didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up
a touchdown
without making any headway.
They go with the option on the 2-point try and the decision to pitch it.
3 plays.
Almost felt like
Gets the out route on the first 2 since he's going to be playing over the top. Get me in range and take a shot.
Dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Hit him with the first out route.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
Thank you.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but...
He's wide open, too.
And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Stidham's throw going to be taken in by Cole.
Oh, where's my guy at? My running back's supposed to be right there.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
That's right, fellas.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
I didn't think they screwed me on that fucking play, bro. Like, I literally went for a conservative tackle, and he just ran away from the ball carrier.
This is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're
Can't
saying
make that shit up.
And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys,
Whatever.
if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the
Where'd my
turnover
running back
battle,
go?
we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle.
So I have an under route. I have this slant.
Now, guys believe you move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them.
See, he should have pitched that back. He shouldn't have ran right there. He should have been right there behind me. So I could have pitched it to him. Like, I'm thinking, okay, he's behind me. I could have pitched it to him, and I could have probably did something because I had a playmaker over there that could have got the ball. So I'm thinking, okay, he gonna pitch it back, and he not even making a play on the ball, bro. Like, yeah, my running back was supposed to be there, bro. Well, slot swing receiver. Shit happens, you know. Like, you're not gonna win every, but you damn sure are gonna be competitive, man. You can't be mad as long as you're being competitive with what you have. You know, I'm playing with a 59 overall quarterback. We good. I ain't gonna spread over. Should have won, but you know, the grace of the Madden world, you're not gonna win every game. They're gonna have situations where my guy just took completely out of the play when it was my user. I don't understand that one. And then they wouldn't let me show the replay on it either. I literally went for a conservative tackle, and he ran away from the guy. I'm like, what? But shit happens, you know. Every play not gonna be perfect. But he had to earn that win. It wasn't given to him. Tried to use that palms to cover up, like he kept going that vertical over the middle, and they wouldn't let me spin it with the hook throw. For some odd reason, the gunslinger a little bit cheese.
Los Angeles Rams and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Get ball first. You know you get ball first. You want to be aggressive.
On first down, Stidham escaping the pressure right.
How's that an under pressure?
One that's intercepted.
Fucking Aaron Donald.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Wow,
He wasn't supposed to be under pressure. He was blocked, but whatever.
Because for the defensive
It just
side,
set my
they handed
feet.
their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Stack.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Stafford.
Good D.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's going to be your wing defense.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Stidham. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Stidham on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Stidham. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Can't be scared of him, fellas. Can't be scared of him. Wear him down. Run right at him. Wear him down.
Call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Stidham off play action.
Got
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Jacobs going to try the middle. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We're scoreless after 1. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Stidham. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. 4th down, here's Stidham. For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
You got to get rid of this under pressure shit.
By Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about it. The ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board. It's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. As the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying, oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action now. Stidham going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel when the ball goes through the post? Carry that to the locker room with them and feel like, okay, we've got something good going here now, guys.
Final play of the half, it's Stidham. And this is caught. So how about that? They get the 2. Not sure why they went for it, but they do have the lead now here on the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. It's a run with Akers. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6.
Thing is, he don't want to play me.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick
Literally
this
blocked me
away.
from his Discord and everything when I called him out. So it is what it is.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved, because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I stopped the run over here.
They go play action with Stidham. Connects with Cole again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Stidham. Looking deep for Adams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, 39 yards. And the Raiders are an extra.
This is a hell game right here.
Well, they were down 6.
Oh, best believe, man. If you want to see more, man, make sure you tune back to the last 2 videos I did. I'm trying to teach you guys about run fits and stuff. Extensive tutorials, man. About 3-4 hours of footage. Definitely can help you out.
The extra point, you go up, you really what you've accomplished.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Instead, I'm going to look to throw for it.
Dots, baby.
This will be caught. As they convert here for 2.
59 overall quarterback, bro. Over here just making things happen.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really, it's
I'll start scoring my points in the second half, but I'll play the defensive game with you in the first. Second half, we're going to play the offensive game. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Come on, Perryman. Good job.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another
Good defense. Good fucking defense.
That's going to be intercepted.
That's when you run that cover 4 drop.
And the Raiders will take over here just
When they least expect it.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down, so the
Thought he was going to get a match beater on the field. Nah, I switched it up. Got to bait him to believe that it's open.
It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's still.
And now we're going to have our way with him now. So your second half going to be an offensive show.
Got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown.
Y'all been watching my channel long enough, man. Y'all know how I am in the second half.
With his second touchdown.
We done seen everything you like to do on offense and defense. We're going to make our adjustments. We're going to keep shooting up the score. We're going to battle.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll look to throw.
2-possession game.
So they try for 2 successful.
We're going to still keep playing defense, though. We ain't going to stop.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just
Oh my God, I just froze.
for you, and interceptions result.
Yeah, you just...
Frankly, to me, it's all about how
You thought that was open, then you thought you can glitch me out, didn't you?
How you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown.
Celery.
Cooper Kupp, 60.
You shouldn't have got pancaked. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
2 guys.
It's a run with Akers. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
It's fine.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner,
You like that cover 6, don't you?
always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
Told you, we don't score our points.
that was the case.
Unless they do that shit.
This is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Come on, Stidham. You gotta make that throw, my guy. He was beat.
Up to the 38-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. There goes a deep ball.
Come on, Webb. You got 96 jump, bro.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers.
Good hit.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. An inside give around, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Stafford now to throw.
Oh, they wouldn't let me pick that?
4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover
That should have been alert.
often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now they send a running back in motion right. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's brought down. And this one's caught. And their
All I need is a touchdown.
grows by a couple more.
Don't score fast. Take the time.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Second and 5.
Now it's Stidham. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Stidham.
They would not let me pass it to the sideline.
And that could be the backbreaker.
It is what it is.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the.
That was an animated one.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances.
See how they teleported?
Winding down, needing a
Now you know about that.
And that one might
No
have just
scripted.
sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pick.
I hate when people take knees, bro. It's just lack of integrity of the game. No, just play it out, my guy. That was a hell game. I ain't gonna lie. It was a battle of wits, and then that they eventually got me with the weird turnover. He teleported, but like I said, it happens. You can't get every game to play exactly the way you want. You can be competitive. That's ultimately where you want to be. That's the goal. He was struggling against a 59 overall quarterback. That's why I always got to look at it like that. I was like, okay, I'm using a 59 overall, so I'm going to have bad throws here and there. That one where I had him beat on the touchdown, he slightly underthrew it. I was thinking I would have hit him, but, it happens. If I would have hit that, that would have been game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap.
Play this guy again.
The Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Good hit.
Will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Jet linebackers in. Baby can take him out and just put Chandler right there. Let the puck with it. Let's see.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Don't swat it.
Knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
He was a good user.
Fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there.
And he's gone. Can't run them crossers against me, man. I do see them too much, man. It's like one thing you're not going to beat me with. I anticipate them, especially if you ain't going to throw another crosser my way. You're just going to run one crosser? Okay. I'm going to be all on that shit. Wish you would have stayed and played it out. I know I done beat you once, bro, but first game was good until that second half, and y'all know how that second half is, man. I'm gonna battle. I can be down and out. No, I can be down, I ain't out. I'll make a game of it. I'll be down 4 scores and come back. Having photographic memory does help. I mean, I will say that, because then I know where things go in certain situations, especially in this era of let's spam the same play in certain situation football. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this world, man? It's like, try to mix it up. You know, sometimes, like I said, you can play the same defense versus certain, because like a lot of people will run the same offenses. So as long as you know how to match personnel, you ain't got to sit there and be like, well, what I do in certain situations, you know? It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you naturally.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes.
Good D.
Open man right side is Tony.
Good tackle, so I got to.
That one a first down pickup of 8. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Gotta get in that run fit.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, thank you.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Good block, Mary. Good block, Moreau.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now they send a man in motion right. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Stidham. And that is caught.
Stop run committing, bro.
Raiders. Foster Moreau, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening
Bums
touchdown.
run commit.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Too far. Get healthy. Get healthy. Get healthy. Need you. Need you. Need you.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better.
Turn around. We got him. Oh my God. Pablo.
Try and go to those spots and get your
Come on, motion him again so I can get that block shape. Come on. Thank you.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
I'm gonna motion him over so I can get that block shed. Thank you.
Mahomes now on first down.
Told you I get a block shed if you motion him. Keep motioning him up.
Around the 47-yard line.
Come on, motion him over. I get that block shed. Come on. Thank you. It don't matter who you motion. Anyone you motion is going to give me that block shed. There it goes.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Come on, motion him so I can get that block shed. Come on. Come on, motion him. Motion him so I can get that block shed. Come on, motion him so I can get that block shed.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Tony. And he's brought down here just...
Come on, motion him so I can get that block shed. Come on. Don't be scared.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And it's
The pressure.
incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
Man, not nice like that. Come on now.
Just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards that time for number 19. They'll try with McKinnon. And he's going to take it.
Come on, these drives.
For a Chiefs touchdown. Jarek McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now receiver in motion left.
Thank you for motioning.
Mahomes will throw for it. Forced out to his left. And this is gone. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting
That's a bad
complacent
throw.
just because they scored.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a
tackle
wide
didn't pick
receiver
the
that
block
doesn't
up.
think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
You want to run a custom playbook, bro?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
You want to run a custom playbook, bro?
And he wisely will throw that
It's a split back, man. My big nickel's going to shed versus split backs, dumbass. Come on, come out in it again. Cancel your custom playbook out by matching personnel.
I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Every time you motion, you create a block chip. Just letting you know.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run with
I can't believe I missed that.
Take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
It's only
McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space
Thanks for
down
motion.
the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Thank you.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
You don't stop motioning against my defense, bro. You make them smarter when you do that.
Teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he is in. Touchdown.
That's how you motion hike, bro.
Josh Jacobs, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
Block.
No doubt that is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. $19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion.
Thanks for motioning.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
He's going to give me a block shit every time.
Completes it to Hart.
Keep motioning, though.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Thanks for motioning. Like, why are you going to continue to do something and it's going to keep giving me a block shed?
Escaping the pressure right.
Everybody's covered. Give me that.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out.
Sorry, Stidham.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Just couldn't make that 60-yard with
Ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
I love that play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45.
He wants to spin on the same play. He's going to be held trying to stop this.
6 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Better get out of it.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Like how that lineman just picked your user up. Get out of it.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive.
Change your defense. Get out of it.
And held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any
Change your
steps.
defense. Get out of it.
Get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Change your defense. Get out of it.
4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
Change your defense. Get out of it.
Down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Here's Stidham to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Instead of, you got it.
Stop some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Change your defense. Get out of it. Better get out of that formation.
Third quarter.
There you go.
This is
Good boy.
10. The slot man in motion right. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down.
10, do it again.
He's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Stidham. To the end zone.
Call!
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Slot man moves right. Now a give up the middle.
There you go. Make up for it with a good block.
He'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level,
Truck one, we good.
things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that.
Thanks for base aligning.
They'll run it with Jacobs.
Push forward, man. Come on now. One more yard, 1 more yard, 1 more yard.
1 yard line.
Base align again for me, please. I know you're going to run commit too, so I got something for that. Called pass the ball.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another.
We're not scared to pass the ball around here.
Run out on this third quarter.
Watch him still run commit.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs
Come on, run commit, bro.
They're giving it all they got. They'll motion out one of the tight ends.
Run commit.
On 3rd and goal, Stidham. And
Die.
this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins from a yard out. And the Raiders
Getting better at my high ball passing back there.
Taking a 4th quarter lead.
Not throwing as many into the stands as I used to.
I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully
All right, defense, give me the ball back.
opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Wing tight, not gonna work, bro.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by
I don't commit, bro. That play action is not going to make me bite. I don't run commit. I don't pass commit. I play correct defense.
To try and pick up bigger yardage.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right.
Thank you. Like I said, I play correct defense.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet.
And
Oh,
look at this.
man, you got to get that throw.
They need it. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
I don't know why you can't be missing on the tackle like that now.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Probably should put Devontae over there. He wasn't on cover Devontae.
For the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Second down, McKinnon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They run once more with McKinnon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Good clutch over here. Thanks for holding it longer, man. The longer you hold it, the easier it is to block.
Past the 20.
Dumbass thought, oh, if I hold it longer, he's not going to block it, you fucking dumbass. Who told you that? I can still block it. Just make it easier for me because now I know the count. The lower that timer gets, I can get that timing down because I'll know when you kick it. Can't be doing that. Man, I'm tired, fellas, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Got some good games. Let's see. I don't even know if dude would rank. He just thought he was going to run on me. Bro, you're not going to have no 100-yard rushing game against me, man. I'm telling you. We definitely going to box that shit up. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, fellas. I got to get some rest, man. I got to get into work in the morning, okay? Like I said, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure that sub button's hit. And I will continue the Madden School and teaching you defense. And I will move over, hopefully in the next week, I'm going to start teaching you some of the offenses that I run. Because once you understand the defense and understand gap assignments, you can implement that to your offense and be like, okay, he's not covering this or whatever. You know, you'll learn how to attack people and get them out of that one place spam defense. And if they don't want to, you see what I do, man. I'm going to keep attacking it. If they don't change up what they're doing, we're going to keep hitting them where they're weak at. All right? Other than that, like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in as always, man. Peace.